Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, I got another action cam, and this is it. This is the Akaso EK7000, and this is the Akaso Brave 4. Now, they both say 4K on it, but the thing is, your phone has to be able to process 4K videos. Especially your my video editor runs on my phone, so it's only going to handle what the phone can process. So basically, I'm going 1080p on this at 30 frames per second instead of 4K at 30 frames per second, because it can't handle it. Now, this one right here, these are waterproof cases, except for when you add this back door right here, these holes are to allow sound to come in. So sound and water could come in. You just, you could just pop this off. The camera comes out, and you can do your stuff with it. Now with this one, it was fairly intuitive, to figure out how to work it. To get the memory, to get the menu, you would just hit the mode button up here in front, and that would change the the different modes. And then you got playback and everything else, video resolution, and you use these up and down arrows, to select and change things, and the top button to select it. All right. You would think they would all be the same, but on this one, it's different, and it took me a while to figure it out. Now, the advantage of this one is you can change the viewing angle. But to get to the memory, you have to push this down arrow here. I mean, all the settings. And man, this took a little while, because you look here and you think, okay, that just is white balance. But if you hit it, no, there's a sub menu of white balance and microphone and language and date and time and all the other stuff. It doesn't tell you that when you go to set it up. And it took me a while, trying to learn this user interface compared to this user interface. But the thing with this one is, you can set, not only the resolution, but you can set the angle of the view. And as you could, I don't know if you can see this, it can focus up close compared to this other one. This other one, to take pictures, you had to be 6 feet back. This one will take it up close. And right here, as you can see, it's at 1x. If I just hold this button down, it'll zoom in. That's important when you're doing knife reviews and stuff like that, when you want to look at stuff. And also the angle is important. A super wide angle is going to make everything look far away, and a narrow angle is going to get it up closer. So even though they look the same, they're different. They're different models. Of course, this is the improved one. And it didn't cost that much more. This one cost me like $60-something, and this one I got on sale. Amazon was running a sale, and it was, I think, like $67. So they made a bunch of different models since then. A Brave 6, a Brave 6 Pro, all this other stuff. This right here is just an LCD screen. It's not another. See, it just tells you the amount of time you got remaining, what mode you're in, you know, whether camera or not, your battery status, and that you've got an SD card inserted. The SD card is, you know, is over here. You've got a micro USB input and then a micro HDMI input on that. Of course, these are not, this one's not waterproof. Now, they made a Brave 7, but I've been watching the reviews on that and everything, and they had a big issue with the audio. It sounded really muted and far away no matter what you did, and they just kept having issues with the audio. Now, the case itself was waterproof, rated down to like 30 feet. It was like IPX7 or so rated. And so you didn't necessarily need a case to take this into a small, you know, like a pool or something. But with the audio issues and everything, I didn't want to go for it, you know. And they've come out with a Brave 8, but it costs like $280, and it has issues also, if you look at it. Now, this one has image stabilization, whereas this other one didn't. There's quite a few different bells and whistles with this one. And the main thing I was going to use it for was to replace the camera, but really, a phone does a much better job and is easier to operate and figure out than one of these. So anybody thinking about, you know, using one of these for your YouTube videos and everything, I think you're better off using your phone, because the phones really do have pretty good cameras, decent audio in them and everything. This came with a lot of different accessories too, like 61 different accessories or something. I'll put a picture of it. I'm not going to dump all this stuff. I don't have enough room to put it on the table. But there's mounts for a bicycle mount, a helmet mount. You can, it doesn't have like a windshield dash mount, but it has a little double-sided tape and a little adapter where you can just mount this on the dash of your car. This one has like a motion detection thing on it, so you can leave it in your car, and if somebody runs a shopping cart into your car while you're shopping and doesn't happen to steal your camera, you'll be able to see it, you know, with if you've got that on. There's just a lot of features, and you can see it's tiny. I mean, it's small, but it's jam-packed with features. So yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go on action cameras right now. This is going to do everything I need it to do. This one's okay. I'll find some use for it, maybe a dash cam or something like that, you know. But yeah, anybody, like I said, thinking about using one of these for a YouTube video, it might be good as a secondary view. This one will also do time-lapse photography and time-lapse video recording. So if you were running, you know, like a flashlight and you wanted to see how long it lasted, you know, on high power and everything, you could do a video of it like that. Setting that, my phone doesn't have that capability. So, you know, that's another thing that this thing can do. But yeah, there you go. It's like I said, it's not a thorough, comprehensive overview of the Brave 4 or anything. Anybody looking for that, just Google it and you'll find, YouTube it and search it and you'll find a bunch of videos on them, because this is an older model. I think it's been out for at least 4 or 5 years. But you can get one, you know, where it has a color screen so you can see, you know, if you're doing selfies and stuff like that. That's not what I needed. I just wanted the ability to change the angle view from like 170 degrees down to 70 degrees, and to zoom in. This goes up to 5 times zoom. So it does everything I wanted it to do, and I caught it on sale, so it was almost, you know, basically the same price as this one. And yeah, I'm impressed with these. They're not the best in the world, but they aren't GoPro prices either. And the batteries don't last forever, but you get 2 batteries with it, and you can film while it's being charged. if that's, you know, an issue. So I think they're all right. I think they're good for what you get. And yeah, so there you go. Hope that helped out somebody if they're ever wondering about that. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.